My colleague Vuyo Mvoko live for us at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. Vuyo, good evening to you once again. As the stadium empties, we reflecting on what the former president, Jacob Zuma, and of course leader of the MK party had to say. And the last bit that we have just played, where he talks about possibly convening some kind of meeting with smaller parties, particularly those led by black people, in order to, if you like, consolidate the black vote. How is that going to go down with the EFF, which is aggrieved by the MK party for poaching members from the EFF?
Have to be confronted now that the elective conference of the EFF is over, because during the week you will have seen Marshal Dlamini dismissing the EFF when a question was posed to him as to whether they were going to honor an invitation to come here and be part of these celebrations, or even if it was to send someone to come and deliver a message of support. So it's not clear at this stage as to what the attitude of the EFF is going to be, because really the ball is in their court, so to speak. Julius Malema is aggrieved. He has made no, he has left no doubt in anyone's mind about how he feels about the fact that A. Floyd Shivambu, who was his deputy, is now the man running the MK party as the Secretary General. So it's going to be a waiting game, but it's going to be a very interesting one. John Hlophe, the deputy leader of the MK party, did send a message of support to the EFF at its conference, congratulating them, but also praising them. And an interesting thing he said, to me the other day, was that he actually could have or would have joined the EFF had Jacob Zuma not approached him and of course asked him to come and join the MK party. So it's going to be an interesting one. The next few weeks and months will of course tell whether they will decide to bury the hatchet, forget about whatever differences, or whoever's nose may be out of joint. They may just have to swallow their pride if indeed they remain committed to what Jacob Zuma said was the unity of black people, the unity of political parties to achieve what they both desire, which is to dethrone the African National Congress in the main, together, of course, with its senior GNU partner, the Democratic Alliance.
Yeah, Vuyo, I'm going to try and keep it short, because clearly the festivities still ongoing, even though people are going to be going home. And the one bit, Vuyo, that we tend to shy away from as media is what political party leaders tend to do, and that is to talk about us, the media people, and in a way criticizing us. You would not have listened to Julius Malema whilst he was doing a closing address at the EFF, but he spoke about various media organizations, including this one, our very own Newzroom Afrika, about the things, I suppose, he dislikes about media and perhaps what needs to change. Jacob Zuma, on the other end, implores black journalists to write about the story of usizi lomntomnyama, the misery of the life of a black person. And I'm drawn to this, Vuyo, because I think we possibly are going the route of America here, where the incoming president in the States, Donald Trump, has made famous this word, fake news media. Are we edging towards that space where parties that may not be doing so well tend to target us, the media, as being partly responsible for why they are performing the way that they are electorally?
Well, clearly, some politicians are clutching at straws here. In fact, Gole, I was listening to certainly that part of the speech by Julius Malema, because I had program in my ear, so I could hear some of the things that he said about us, about, of course, ENCA, and Jacob Zuma, pretty much very desperate as well, bringing us into this thing. In other words, whenever they do not like the fact that we have to criticize him, for example, where's the evidence of vote rigging that they have been talking about? Why does he keep on talking as though he wasn't a president of this country? And when we point to those things and we show the mirror, we show them the mirror, they do not like it and they tend to attack us. I think at some point, as the media, we will have to stand up and actually confront this, because we are indeed on a dangerous path. And one is not really saying, we're not doing anything wrong. We don't get it wrong sometimes, or we may even be unfair in our criticism. But to, I think, attack the media the way some often do these days, and they have been getting away with it, Julius Malema in particular, I think it is something we really need to take up with them.
Vuyo Mvoko, thank you very much. Reflecting on some of what has been said today, and indeed the remarks made over the last while, particularly this weekend, as political parties held elective conferences, some of them special congresses.